Good morning. How is everybody today? Welcome to heaven. I'm sat at my desk doing some work. So I thought that's loud, isn't it? I thought I'd have a little chat with you guys about some things. So, lots of people apologising today, isn't there? And accepting apologies. It's always good to wake up to a few apologies. Where's me thing gone? So yeah. So let's have a chat about that then. The recent drama in the live streaming community. Oh, have you had some drama again? Some people love a bit of drama, don't they? I think it's pathetic. I personally don't watch a lot of TV, and I personally don't do a lot of drama because it's shit stirring. Yeah, it's just not for me. I understand some people love it. People watch Coronation Street to death, don't they? Personally, not for me. So I'm going to be working here for an hour, I think. Let's have a little chat about drama and some things I'm personally not sorry for. So people are getting upset about tiny things that were really made. Some of them were made in fun and jest and banter. In UK we have a thing, we call it banter in the UK. You call it roasting in America, and in China they call it, and in other countries they call it, but really it absolutely means nothing. You know, to your life, your personal life. Different if you're a business and people slating your business, then that's different. But you personally, if they're making jokes and mocking you, take it as a joke, because it means absolutely nothing whatsoever. Some of you follow me on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, let me use this as an advert for my Twitter account. Okay, I am at God the Good One on Twitter. I do say some horrendous things on Twitter in jest. Some bizarre things, and some of them have got me blocked. I'm sort of sorry if it does upset somebody, but a lot of it is in jest. So yeah, it's a bit more brutal. And people have Discord. People in this live stream community, of which I'm banned from at the minute for God knows how long. People from this live stream community have Discord groups where they privately discuss things. Well, that's great, but I openly discuss everything. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm God. Oh, I am saying I'm God. Yeah. I openly discuss things. I do not need a private group to go and chat about things behind people's backs, because I've nothing to say about it. I don't need to chat behind people's backs. I don't need to make plans about what I'm going to do on my channel with behind people's backs. There's no need for me to do it. So don't have it. Discord, don't understand it. I've got Facebook, and you might follow me on Facebook, and you might follow me on Twitter. But everything I do, it's open. It is there for everybody to see. And there's a much used. You guys are too noisy today. There's a much used word in this live stream community, which people tag on to everything. Fam, and it stands for family, which is great. But and everybody should be. It should be a community and a family. But some people are saying, "Fam, you know, join my fam." but you can't come in my Discord group. Alright. You can't see what's going on behind the screen, but you're part of my family. I always find that very weird. Not with some people. Some people are genuinely family people who are lovely and open. But if you've got secrets to hide, don't be calling people your family, because they're not your family. If you've got a little secret that you want to tell people, I always find the closed groups and stuff very strange. I mean, you will notice that if anybody has invited me to their closed group, I've never joined it. That is not for me. You know, different. If I get a private message on something to tell me something that is personal to somebody, then I will answer your private. I always answer private messages, but I do not use it to talk shit about people, or even talk about people, or organise things. I'm waffling on about now, aren't I? So yeah, apologies. Everybody's been doing apologies today. I saw some last night. Saw a couple when I got up earlier on before I came to work, and then now I'm in heaven. Seen a few, some good ones, some very good from the heart apologies. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the live streams and stuff. The live streams, people apologising for saying things in live streams. If you genuinely mean it, I don't think you've got a reason to apologise. Everybody's entitled to get upset about stuff, aren't they? We don't have to agree about everything. The only thing people are blocked from the live streams who are the trolls. I have blocked a couple and kicked them out. Just not because they don't have a right to speak in my chat. If I've opened up a live stream chat, I think everybody's got the right to say it. But if they get racist or sexist or they get abusive to people, I'll block them. Or they start advertising stuff that shouldn't be in there, I'll block them. But them live streams are there for everybody to chat. Don't be getting upset because you don't agree with somebody in a live stream. If you're having an argument on a live stream, you don't know what context anybody's saying anything in a live stream chat room. You can't tell when someone texts you what their emotions and their feeling is behind that. Don't be getting upset, guys. Chill out a little bit. Let's do a thing that I'm not sorry for. I wrote a few down. I am not sorry for getting banned from live streaming. Not sorry for it. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm sulking about it, if you must know. I'm sulking like a baby. The first 2 days, I was like, I could have strangled the guys who did it. Now I'm like deflated. I'm bored and waiting for YouTube to do something about it. And yeah, so I'm not sorry for getting banned, because what I did was I didn't do anything wrong. Stuck to the guidelines. God, I've got a right sulk on about it, haven't I? What a baby. Yeah. Baby, baby, baby. Yeah, bloody idiot. Yeah, so, like, back to it, right? Me and you are allowed to disagree on things. We can still be great friends and not agree with each other. I have my very best friend. We go out every week drinking, and we have absolute polar disagreement on politics. We are totally the opposite of each other on politics, but we're good friends. We're proper good friends. I'm allowed to disagree with him, and we might have a little bit of a debate, and I might call him a knobhead, and he might call me a knobhead. But you're allowed to disagree. It's fine. Have a disagreement. You don't have to like. I don't have to like everything he does. I don't have to do. And you don't have to like everything I do. But that doesn't mean we have to be enemies. We can still be mates. You don't have to get to the point where we hate each other because you don't support Liverpool or whatever, it's childish. And if you're disagreeing with somebody and then you throw a sulky with somebody that you've been mates with because you disagree with something that they do, you're a massive big baby. Get a grip. I'll tell you something else as well, right? There are people, and this is not just in live streaming community, right? But there are people who, and I've heard this a couple of times on a couple of videos today. There are people who are leaders in this community, right? And I'll come back to them later on, right? There are people in this community who are leaders, but nobody in this community, as far as I can see, is a gigantic YouTuber. We are very, very, very small YouTubers. We, on the grand scale of things, we're minute. We are playing in chat rooms, and I know some of us are creating great content and working hard at it, and I would love it if somebody broke free and went up into the millions. But when you actually think about it, we are a very, very small community of YouTubers. We are tiny accounts that mean very little to YouTube, which I'm an example of. That YouTube have done nothing to bring me back, and I'm a tiny, tiny speck of dust on the YouTube world. Okay, and most of us are, but we are getting a bit big for our boots, some of us. Look at a couple of the hashtags, right? Small YouTube army. The guy is brilliant, and he's even put it in his hashtag. He has said exactly what it is. Small YouTuber army. It's small. I am a creator, right? Great thing. I'm a creator. First time I watched it, didn't like it. I'm entitled to not like it. I didn't like some of the things he did, and as it's gone on, it's got better and better and better and better, and now it's a great thing. It's an absolutely brilliant thing. Look at Nation of Domination, right? If you don't know Lunatic Dad, go and see Lunatic Dad. Again, a proper leader of this community, and with the biggest support out of everybody in this community. He does lots of work for other people. He's a really nice guy. Nation of Domination. Hashtag Nation of Domination. And when I first started on here, he was on something like 10,000 followers. Now he's on, what, 15,000 subscribers. And he's the biggest one out of all the guys that I go to regularly. Tiny in comparison to me, massive. In comparison to the giant YouTubers, we are tiny. Please remember that. It's not a massive deal, is it, that a few people have fallen out? But he did say something actually, the Lunatic Dad. He said, you consider yourself a leader in this community, which some of these people are. Be a leader. Act like a leader. Don't act like a dictator and a dickhead. But you don't need to be sorry for the things you've done. As far as I can see, nobody has done anything wrong. You big babies, get a grip. Poosa Studios, another like gigantic, fast-growing channel that is helping everybody else's channels grow. Two of the nicest people you could wish to meet, and they are a big growing channel. Tiny, absolutely tiny. They're tiny. Make me look like an ant, but in relation to YouTube, we are very tiny. Don't forget, like, we're not as big as we think we are we? So today, the aftermath of nonsense, really. Nobody's live streaming. All the guys who've been on and done their apology videos and acceptance of videos and all that. Nobody's live today. They must be all sat back thinking, I'm just going to sit and watch the reaction and see where the water is, where the water lays on this. I think I would be upset if I were involved in it. I think, but they'll be all online now watching everything that goes on, thinking, oh, well, he didn't agree with me, and so didn't agree with me, and that wasn't a very good apology, and that apology wasn't very good. It does make me giggle a little bit. Nobody's got any reason to apologise or accept apology. Just carry on. Everything's good. Nothing has happened. It's so strange because you know what proper drama is. You know if somebody in your family's done something wrong, that's dreadful. If your wife's cheated on you and run off with somebody else, that's terrible. But if somebody calls God a dickhead, I'm like, couldn't do on me. I'm like, yes, yeah, fair play to you. What is the deal? It's nothing. Nothing is happening here. But people feel the need to apologise and be upset. I don't know. Would I be upset? I'm not sure. I don't think I would. I don't think I would. Nothing's happened. I'm repeating myself. Nothing's happened. If I do something wrong, then I don't mind admitting it. But if I've said something about somebody, I've probably said it because I meant it. I don't know why I'm going to go back and apologise, because if somebody's upset because I've said something that's a fact or true about them, why would I be going and saying, all right, what are they apologising for? They're saying, well, it's not true now. It is, if you've said something, you've said it because you think it. If you make a mistake and you've said it and you've realised you were wrong, then go and apologise. But if you meant it, don't apologise, you meant it. And if that person's not big enough to stomach that criticism, they've got two choices, haven't they? Take that on board and change, or throw it and skip. It don't mean anything. Don't be getting a paddy on. If I've said something and I think I'm right, tough on you. If I honestly think I'm morally right and I've said it because it needed saying, tough titties. I've said it because I mean it. It's a strange thing. Stomach it. We don't all have to agree. I've just said it. We do not have to agree with each other. Don't mean to say we have to be enemies and we have to not follow each other and not speak to each other forevermore just because somebody said one thing that you didn't agree with. Half of America don't agree with each other. Half of them love Trump, half of them hate him. And now them people hate each other. Which is crackers. It's crackers. Absolutely. Why? Why? Because one person supports somebody, do you have to hate them? Which is same with these channels. Because somebody goes round to a certain channel and is a supporter of that channel, why do you have to hate them for that? Give them shit in your live streams and barrage them with nonsense in their live chats. It's ridiculous. Get a grip. What else are I sorry for? Women's football. You've got to have women's football. I know it's crap. I know it's total crap. And nobody watches it because the level is absolutely abysmal. But you've got to have it. You've got to have it. Women have got to play football too. It's the law of heaven. Women have got to play football. I just wish they'd wear better uniforms, like a little bit tighter. Not the fat ones. I don't want to see them in tighter stuff. They can have baggy gowns and slippers. I'm only joking. Women's football is crap though. It's crap, but I don't apologise for it, and fair play to them. And actually, about 3 weeks ago, I played football against a women's football team, and they were better than me. I still won't go watch me though. Not now. Yeah. There's another thing I'm not apologising for. Stomach it. Have it. Secret groups. That's sort of what a lot of this comes down to. Where's my scissors? You've got a little secret group where you're going and having a chatting. Well, I've said it already. My live streams, if I ever get live streaming back, you know that I've said some ridiculous things in there. Me and Moses have done some stupid things in live streams and said some horrendous things, right? But that live stream is where I discuss with you guys what you want us to do. How are you feeling? You know, what's going on in your channel? Where do you want to see us next? What do you want us to do? You know, if you've done something, we discuss it in that chat room. And I don't need a secret group. The secret group thing is strange to me. That's why my lives are live. If I just produce videos, I'm really grateful that YouTube developed live streaming, right? Because I would have worked harder making videos, but I would have met nobody. Do you know what I mean? You do meet your supporters and your friends in your live streams. You know, I'm not doing it behind closed doors. Yeah, I discuss it with you. Well happy to see you come into my live stream and call me a knobhead if I've done something wrong. Oh, I'm happy for that. If I've done something wrong, I might not agree with you, but I am well happy for you to come and tackle me, because discussing it with me and Moses off camera where nobody sees it and discussing what we think about it, well, you never get to have your say then, do you? It's a bit deep, but who cares? You can come in and mock me. It's absolutely fine by me. I'm well happy for it. Go on, let's have another thing that I'm not sorry for. Bible being contradictory. Okay, first of all, they didn't write the Bible. It's just about me and my family and the things that I did, right? Gays. I know it says we don't like gays. Things have changed. I'm happy with gays. Go on, gays. Dinosaurs. I'm really sorry that the guy who wrote it didn't put the bit about dinosaurs in. It's factual that there's dinosaurs, alright? It's just he didn't want to put it in his book because it's a children's book and it's not supposed to be scary. Talking snakes. Alright, the talking snakes bit. I have had a word with him and I said, what are you doing with this talking snakes thing? And he said, it's quite near the beginning of the book. It'll get people interested. They'll think there'll be other animals that can talk and other magical things going on in there. So, yeah, not sorry about Bible. It's a pretty good book. If you haven't read it, if I'm just screwing this chair back together. If you haven't read it, read it. It's a good read. Take it on holiday with you for about 5 years. Yeah. What? Go on, let's do another one. Another one that I'm not sorry for. I'm not sorry for World War I or World War II. If we hadn't have had World War I and World War II to stop Nazi Germany killing the Jews and the coloured people, then we would be all being shit. I for one would not be here, and Jesus' long line of family would not be there because they're Jews. Yeah, they weren't keen on them. If we hadn't have had World War I and blitzed the Germans in the end, thanks to the bravery of the British, and then other countries that joined on later on and claimed that they were responsible for stopping World War II, yeah, life would be a lot worse. So there you go. Not sorry for World War I and World War II. It was a joy. Let's say it was a joy. Yay! World War. Go on then. So the leaders of the community. Let's talk about the leaders of the community. It's difficult. It's a difficult one, because when you're talking about the leaders of the community, you're probably thinking the biggest guys in the community, the biggest live streamers. Not always the leaders, I'm afraid. Some of them are just doing it for money. and I understand that, and if you're honest about that, that is a great thing, a great reason to do YouTube if you're just doing it for money. Get the money in. Happy days for you. And some of them are proper leaders. I'll tell you who I think are leaders. And let's do it randomly. Okay, Green Bay Wacky is definitely a leader of your live stream community. He's energetic, he's fun, he does invite everybody into his stream. If anything, he's too nice. If anything, he's too nice. Where he gets to where if I have said some strange things in Green Bay Wacky's live stream chats, to see if he'd dare read it out, and he won't. He's like the beep button. He's like the bleep button. He reads certain parts and then he leaves the little bit that's upsetting, and then he'll read the next bit, which is great. He is a guy who will help your channel grow. You'll enjoy watching him. He'll give you advice on YouTube, and on most occasions he will be over nice, and he'll be in there with sometimes Poosa Studios are in there. Megan Vlogs is in there. Cab7, nicest guy on the planet, in there. Terrible singer. Who else goes in? I don't know, but he has a lot of people, guests on. Lovely guy. So Green Bay Wacky, he's a leader in the community. Rant Jams. Do you know what? Rant Jams was the beginning of, was the person who taught me and made me understand. I'm very new. God is very new to YouTube. He's the guy who made me understand how to grow your channel, what you needed to do, that you needed to keep your energy high, and make it entertaining and do things different and create. And you know, fair play, Rant Jams made my channel grow. Definitely made my channel grow, and now I think I'm sort of nearing 2,000 subscribers. Ever grateful for him. He's a musician, he's high energy, and you know, can't say enough about him. You will, if you're not seeing him, you will enjoy Rant Jams because he's funny as well. He's got a sense of humour. So there you go. Poosa Studios. I am relatively new to Poosa Studios. A completely different channel to everybody else probably on my list. Their quality of the videos that they make is amazing. I love their spin the wheel because I know how to predict it, because I am God, so I know what letter it's going to be on. If you haven't seen it, they spin a wheel, they give you 2 letters to type in the chat, and then they spin the wheel and a number comes up. They count how many down, I'm not making sense here, they count down how many, whatever numbers on the wheel, to the person who was, say it's 7, the 7th person to put in chat the 2 letters. God, that was a long drawn out way of explaining that. And then they promote your channel for about 15 minutes, tell you things that you are doing terrible on your channel, which you should listen to. Take the criticism because it will make you grow. And lovely, proper lovely people. Andrew and Xbox, and they will help you grow. Great people, and again, just too nice. So there you go. Lovely. James Cox. I did talk about James Cox at the beginning of this, right? James Cox. The first time I saw it, it just felt like a begging for money stream. Okay, in actual fact, I was fairly wrong. I knew I understood what he was doing. He was creating a group of people helping each other. I just couldn't. It seemed a little bit grabby, but he has done fantastic. He has everything has changed in James Cox's channel over the last 6 months, and it is a really good, strong community of people who are creating content. Get yourself in there if you want to grow a little bit. Get yourself in there. It is a little bit, it is a tiny bit sub for sub, but they're not calling sub for sub. And in actual fact, most of these channels are a bit sub for sub, but with content. And now the James Cox channel has moved on from sub for sub, and it's a growing community of people who do help each other out. So there you go. And I would say James Cox is a leader as well as these other guys. Okay, my man, Lunatic Dad. The most out of everybody who is a leader in this community, Lunatic Dad is the most openly honest, which I absolutely try my best to be, and I think I am. I don't know if I'm as openly honest as Mr. Lunatic Dad. He is so funny and he is so good. He will tell you he's nice and he's doing things morally correct, and he'll tell you if you've done something wrong straight up, which doesn't, it stops drama. He tells you straight away if you've done something wrong. He'll pull you up on it, and he'll name you, which is great. You need honesty. Lunatic Dad is a bit of a giant in the live stream community now, and he's growing very quickly as well. If you don't know him, then get yourself there. And get into his live streams. He's good. Okay, what else am I not sorry for? Drowning everybody on the planet and letting Noah's family live. Do I need to explain it? Humans were acting like dickheads, so I drowned them, but I'd done a lot of work on humans, so I decided I wanted to let Noah's family live because they were really lovely. But Noah's son flipping sneaked a slapper onto this giant boat, and it ruined everything, and now everybody's a dickhead again. Anyway, I'm not sorry for drowning yet, and to be honest, it's been raining for 5 days here. I might do it again. What else am I not sorry for? I'm not sorry for saying that Megan Fox is a bad influence on teddy bears. Megan, I will call you out, Megan. I know I don't do a lot of drama on my channel, but Megan Fox, you are a dickhead. You know you're a dickhead. Dickhead. There you go. Said it now. So, who else should name a few channels that are up and coming channels that I really appreciate? I tell you what, Nerd of the North. Top man, Nerd of the North. He does his morning live streams Monday to Thursday, and I usually get in them if I'm around. If I'm in office, I will get in and have a look. Top bloke, nice bloke. Lives in Norway, which is a very expensive place to live. Norway, it's very expensive, and but he's an American. I actually don't know where in America he comes from. I don't know, but Nerd of the North gets an in. Megan Fox is my #1 dickhead, and I don't. So she laughs. She does a pig laugh like that. Megan Fox, love you, Megan. Harmony and Jam House, I do spend a bit of time in there listening to music. Love the music channels. Hazy Days, one of the first guys I met on YouTube when I came back to YouTube at the beginning of this year was Hazy Days. He's a good musician, writes all his own songs, and builds guitars. I think people who build guitars are called luthiers. I may be wrong, that might be people who build beer barrels or something. For a guitarist, I should know that, shouldn't I? I think they're called luthiers. I don't know. Anyway, basically, that is it. So a couple more things I'm not sorry for, right? I'm not sorry for letting the Jews nail Jesus to a cross. he was getting a bit too big for his boots, and it's better than stoning, isn't it? It's better than stoning. I'd rather be nailed to a cross than stoned. Although when I was a kid I think I could have dodged stones and it never got me. Nailing to a cross. He was getting too big for his boots. He's still a cocky little git. I hope there's people watching this, because I might premiere this and then I can have a little chat to you about some of the stuff that I said. I will do. In fact, I will premiere it, and I'll premiere it in a bit. Because I'm sat in office working all day on paperwork and art, which I can't show you. So there's one thing I am sorry for, right? And I do say it a lot. But I genuinely am sorry to the people of Earth for creating France. I must apologise for France. Not just France, but particularly Paris, which is a total shithole now. And the people are so far up their own arses, it's unbelievable. Parisians, poetry, French poets in Paris. Jesus Christ, my kid. French poets in Paris stood outside cafes reading you their poems and then demanding that you give them money and clap. Get a grip, France. Opening a campsite for immigrants in Calais, because that is the closest border to England where immigrants can break into England free of charge, and then we have to pay for them. Alright, France, get lost. Right? I must apologise to everybody for the uppityness of France. Let's play this out with a song. Which sort of, let's do the one that relates to YouTube, because it has got some chosen words in it where you probably will learn something if you're actually reading to it what it's about. Yeah, I'm not sorry for all. I don't think you should all be apologising to each other. I think you should just be carrying on like nothing has happened and saying hello to each other and being nice to each other. If you think you've got something to apologise for, you probably should have thought harder about saying it in the first place. You know what I mean? Don't be winding people up. If you think it's going to upset somebody, don't say it in the first place. If you feel bad because you've said it, well, you shouldn't have said it, or you shouldn't have done what you've done. But I think you're all acting like babies. So there you go. Let's give you a song. Amen. I should be back live streaming at any moment, and I do absolutely love you all for all your support. We've got a yawn on. Yeah, I should be back at any moment, and when I come back, it's going to be massive. I made that. Share, subscribe's a bit smaller. Bash the bell. I did write end underneath it, but Moses told me to take it off. And we discussed it, and we had an argument about it. We're still mates. I don't even have to apologise to him. I just went, alright then, I will. There you go. Let's give you a song. See you later.
This is your mum, this is your dad, this is your brother who drives you mad, and this is the house where you used to live. This is your cat, and these are your kids. This was your car, it got repossessed. Here is the girl who you met on the net. Here is the funeral of your ex-wife. Here are your kids. And YouTube isn't real life. life. You used to be Alan, now you're Elaine. Your new bit of Fanny thinks you're insane. Here are your bags, bought by your wife. I'm telling you, son, YouTube isn't real life. YouTube isn't real life. YouTube isn't real life. Knobhead. YouTube isn't real life. Knobhead. YouTube isn't real life. Knobhead. YouTube isn't real life. Knobhead.